Yo, what's up? It's Jerry. This is episode 6 of the Next Gen Intellect Sleep podcast. Excited to do another video, and without further ado, let's jump into it. All right, welcome to episode 6. Today's topic is screen time and technology, what science says about your brain. Okay, so let's just take it back and first explain a little bit of background. So as teenagers, screen time is, an essential part of our life. Everybody's on their phone. Social media at this age is such a prevalent and widespread, aspect of everyone's life, especially, my friends and, myself included. What happens is we end up, using our phone for extended amounts of time before sleep, when we wake up, after sleeping. It gets to a point where it's just a cycle of overuse that it's almost, overlooked. Okay. And so, what I will do is take the time today to talk about the actual science of how screen time and technology can affect you and affect your sleep and also your health and what you should do. Okay. Well, let me ask you a question. When's the last time you checked your phone? Was it 10 seconds ago? Is it right now or is it an hour ago? I don't know. Okay. But think about how many times you check your phone. Think about when. Okay. So when you, every time, you go on Instagram Reels, for example, or some kind of social media that triggers some kind of, notification, this creates a cycle of a dopamine response. And basically, your body, your brain especially, there's this mesolimbic system that is triggered by, positive signs that you get when you're watching social media. It could be, playing games or watching videos, any entertainment, or even talking with your friends. Every time you hear that kind of notification, it's just a boost of dopamine, and this kind of cycle actually creates a kind of reward schedule system in your neurosynaptic complex in your brain. What happens is your neuron receptors become more associated and more apt with these dopamine. And so what happens is you have this reward system that creates this cycle where you really just cannot go out of it. Honestly, you just keep trying to go on your phone and have this instant gratification where you just instantly get a moment of temporary happiness. But again, as we said before, this is not a good thing as well. The biggest thing for me is it's a terrible barrier for working. Okay, you cannot multitask. It's a myth that you can, have your phone nearby watching this and then doing work. It's not going to work. And even if you have it turned off, if you have a notification, that's still going to make a really big impact. And so, what I recommend you to do, and what I thought really works, is you just turn off your phone, put it somewhere else, charge it in a different area. Just do not look at your phone and lock into your work. I think that's the most effective way. When you don't hear that notification sound, everything will be okay. And there is, studies that show that media multitasking is linked to reduced working memory and increased distractibility, as we said, and also even overstimulated prefrontal cortex, and even significantly um, a bit less of cortex areas. Some MRI studies show that heavy time screen time causes this, thinner cortex area. It's associated with deep critical thinking. So this is incredibly important. And regarding sleep, I mean, as we said before, blue light, which emanates off of our phones and technology, suppresses melatonin, which creates this, sense of awakeness, and it can lead to, very bad sleep. It can lead to, groggy emotions and um, less REM sleep, and just even less reduced memory. So long term as well for brain development, as adolescents, as teenagers, our amygdala and our prefrontal cortex are constantly growing, and having these, you know hindrances caused by technology is not good at all. So overall, uh, it's good, very important to understand that screen time technology can be very helpful, but also very negative. Okay, thank you for listening, watching. Remember to follow our socials, our Instagram, and our YouTube channel, which is shown here in the middle. And remember to try to hold off on your technology, and especially before you sleep, don't use your technology. No phones 1 hour before. Okay. Keep doing a good job and have a good one. Bye bye.